Here we go. Microphone's working. It's time to lock in. Lock it in, fam. It's time. It's been a few days. Over the weekend, not much changed. Big crypto sell-off, and here we are, 115K, touching as low as, I don't know, even 100K on some exchanges, I think. Back to 115, and everyone is, I want to say, about equally as anxious as they were during the drop. What do you think? Equal anxious, feeling more, feeling less? I've heard a lot of analysts saying more downside to come. I mean, at this point, that's the logical place to be looking. We didn't really bounce yet. We didn't really go anywhere. We're still kind of at the bottom of this move. Man, people wondering, should they jump out of Volt? Should they jump into Bitcoin? Should they do this? Should they do that? There's a lot of charts that we could look at to try to explain that. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to just chill, rationalize, try to calm down a little bit, realize that this isn't the end. What's up, Armingers97 over on Twitch? What's up, brother? Subscribing on Twitch. I guess we're growing over there. What's up, bro? Great timing. If you're out there, you're not subscribed, follow, whatever it is. Subscribe, follow, join. We got a bunch of people viewing over on YouTube at Tom Crown, our main channel, but we're on a bunch of platforms. Join the fam by subscribing, liking. Anyway, we're going to look through charts. We're going to answer questions. We're just going to try to keep it calm, keep it cool, while others are probably feeding on your fear. We're going to try to just soothe it over and chill. Sound like a good idea? I think it's a good idea. I'm going to get tunes on because so you'll notice, just really quick, you'll notice there is a scheduled stream tomorrow. Now, 𝐒𝐴 himself is supposed to speak. Where is this? 𝐒𝐴 himself, I don't know, there we go. Is supposed to speak at 12:20, and he is going to speak. It's not pre-recorded. There's an issue. It may not be live streamed. There may be no feed for it. Of course, you know your boy. I reached out to the NAB, N-A-B-E, don't even ask, National Association, something economics, I don't know. And I asked if there is a live stream or public stream available, and if not, would I be able to purchase a virtual ticket and live stream it? I explained what we do, who we are, and so hopefully they will get back to us. If they don't, we'll probably not stream tomorrow at 12, unless it's very spicy, then we will. But keep your eyes peeled, because we might be the only people with that feed if we do stream it. Anyway, where was I? Like and subscribe. We got the Fed meeting, or not the Fed meeting, 𝐒𝐴 tomorrow. We have the FOMC at the end of the month. We're gonna look at some Bitcoin charts, some altcoin charts. Man, I didn't even look at Link. There's got to be some other gems here that have made crazy moves. That is bonkers. $7.89. Oof. It is not valuable for told you so's or for anything, and of course I'm not gonna say I told you so in this case. That's silly, but I know this is hindsight for many of you. A lot of you watch this channel and have watched this channel for years, and a big theme, something that I push more than maybe any, it's Bitcoin. You should have Bitcoin. You should have some exposure to alts, but you want to be mainly Bitcoin. That's the first thing I think I push. And then the second is to use limit orders in your trading and your investing. Limit buy orders and limit sell orders. They are a slower, less in the moment, less day tradey way of maneuvering trades. Basically, on events like what we just saw, if you had placed limit orders, meaning let's say Link, we have this in front of us, let me say $10, right? You're like, I want to buy Link at $10. You likely wouldn't have thought that would ever fill in August, in September, at least not for a long time. But in crypto, these numbers are always on the table. If you had placed a limit buy order on Link a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever, and forgot about it, you would have woken up to a beautiful, beautiful fill on that trade. You'd be up 2x already while everyone's panicking. I didn't have any great fills, or at least not that I found. I probably did somewhere. Probably had some, but nothing big. But back in COVID, in 2020 during the crash, I had limit buy orders on Bitcoin layered down, actually, to like, I think $1,000. I woke up, nearly pissed myself, logged into the exchange, and I saw that I had filled limit buy orders on Bitcoin all the way down to 3,500. My kind of fear shifted, or at least I felt a lot better about it, because I saw, okay, well, this is scary and we don't know if this is over, but I just bought Bitcoin at the lowest price I've bought it. Arguably, I mean, I bought, in 2018 as well at around 3K, but like some of the lowest fills ever. I never thought that would happen. I never thought those orders would go through. I just set them because I said, if Bitcoin goes to this price, I'll be scared. And if I'll be scared, what's the best scenario is that I'm picking them up at that really cheap price. Hopefully some of you out there had limit buy orders set on some of these alts. You could have gotten, in reality, some prices that were never seen before and may never be seen again on some of these charts, simply by having those orders and letting them sit. It is not sexy. It's not fun. It's not entertaining. It's not, fun trading. It's boring trading. But when you have these scenarios, and I'll tell you, this is not going to be the last time that we are going to see crypto do something like this. It might not look exactly like this. It might have a different flavor, different style, but we see these events where crazy things happen. And if you are prepared, of course, that's hard to do, I understand, but if you have any kind of, contingency plan set up like that, you can put yourself in a really good position. So I hope some of you filled some great orders. And if you did, share them in the chat today in the live stream. Let's get some good vibes. Let's get some goodness going. But we're not going to look at link first. We'll look at a bunch of stuff. Nice. We got 600 live viewers on YouTube. What is up, YouTube? What is up? What charts are we looking at? I don't know. I don't know what the viewership is on the other platforms. Like, we're on Twitch and Rumble and Kick and X and YouTube, right? Maybe some more. YouTube's the main one. AVAX hit pretty low. Limit orders were getting rejected during the crash. So Sebastian Hebda, rejected meaning, okay, here's the thing. I have a feeling this is what you're talking about, is while the markets were going crazy, you tried to put limit orders in. And yeah, they're going to get rejected in that scenario. In fact, here's the thing. Here's another value of this limit order kind of theory, right? Is you cannot depend on operating in real time during these events. Not only are you going to be emotional and you're going to be making bad decisions, you literally won't be able to log in. If you can log in, your orders are going to get rejected. It will not work. You cannot depend. It is a fool's errand to depend on operating in real time during these events. Typically, they happen so fast anyway that there wouldn't have been time. But if you were somehow logged in, yeah, it's not going to work. But if you have limit orders set beforehand, it does not matter what happens. If price goes to where your limit order is in the book, it will fill. I have never heard of a scenario ever on a crypto exchange where a limit order was skipped. Meaning, like, I don't know if you had to buy it 110,000 on Bitcoin, right? And price went lower than that and it didn't get filled. I've never heard of that. I don't think that is a real thing. If it is real, if it's ever happened, do not trade on that exchange, because that exchange is not using the order book. They're just making it all up, I guess. It's not real trading. They're just imagining trade, I suppose. I've never heard of that. But in real time, yeah, they'll get rejected. Stop losses may not operate. A lot of people learned the stop loss lesson this weekend. Stop losses are not a guaranteed price. The only guaranteed price orders, the only orders in trading that you can make in purpose and spot that are guaranteed are limit orders. Everything else is a market order, meaning the price is not guaranteed, and it's not guaranteed to even be close. Now, most of the time it is because there's sufficient liquidity, but during an event like we saw, there may not be liquidity and you're going to fill at the best price. And sometimes that can be really, really bad. Really, really bad. You could have a stop loss at 110,000 in the right scenario. And if price, I don't know, dropped to 50K, it might not stop until 50K. Like you are not guaranteed a price, and you only are guaranteed a price in limit orders. And every trader, especially in crypto, needs to understand that concept. Heading to 70K says creative brilliance, perhaps. Learning slippage the hard way, exactly, Pickle. It's ugly. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. You can have the best plan. It hurts to see, because you can have the best plan. You can be right. You can be betting in the correct direction. You can be, doing all the right things, but still lose to kind of factors that people just don't think about or maybe take for granted or just aren't that kind of everyday. They're the extreme outliers, but they happen, and they happen regularly enough that they have to be considered in every trading plan in crypto, period. Gary Gensler's entered the chat. Gary, we miss you. The only guaranteed price is the liquidation level. Tim, that's funny as hell. What's up, Sharknado? How you doing, brother? Tillin, you can't do a fill or cancel. Now, in real time, guys, I've said this before, and I'm not simping for exchanges. I'm simply telling you how this works. Is when we have these events, let's say, and I'm making these numbers up, it's the concept, not the exact number. So let's say Coinbase has 10,000 logins per hour. Yeah, I'm making this up. 10,000 logins per hour average, okay? Their servers are equipped to do more than that. But during these events, they might get 1 million logins in a minute, in 2 minutes, in 3 minutes. There's no server. There's no company. There's nothing. No business will ever have that capacity. It doesn't make sense. You would never, ever do that from like a server side perspective. Like, it doesn't make sense. If your average login is like 10,000 an hour or whatever it is, you're never going to have servers that are capable of doing 1 million times that. You just can't. You wouldn't be able to make it profitable. It'd be like the craziest, most expensive thing. So that's what happens. Those numbers are made up. They may be more exaggerated, maybe less exaggerated. But in real time, their servers are just completely, they're DDoS. They're overloaded. They're getting, it's just so many more packets and logins and data than they can handle, and it just all shuts down. So you can't do anything. In the only scenario, the only thing you can do in those scenarios is have limits set. Limit buys, limit sells. That's it. Everything else you can't depend on. And what you'll find is those crazy times tend to be, like we just saw, like often will be the times where, well, you miss the biggest opportunities. Now, we haven't seen this yet. We haven't seen price just rocket to new all-time highs, but that wouldn't have been that surprising to me if we had. All these people got stopped out. Boom. Price just moves right back up. Now they have to buy in higher. Like, that game continues. You can't depend on them. And I'm not saying this to told you so. I'm not saying this for hindsight. This is something we talk about a good amount, and it's just like really, really relevant right now. So if you got some good fills, let us know. I really want to know. I need some good news. Yeah, I got the CME pulled up in front of us. Maybe I could get to some TA at some point. What's up, Jennifer Moffat? How you doing, darling? DCA and Prey. Yeah, I got this pulled up. So interesting. A lot of you follow CME. I'm skeptical. CME, or Bitcoin Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures, does not trade 24/7. They trade kind of like TradFi. So over the weekend, they're shut down. Here is the CME chart. The CME chart not only did not have that sell-off, it did reach 113K. It didn't even fill. It didn't even fill its gap from September. 110 to 111K remains unfilled on the CME chart. Kind of wild, right? We just experienced that whole thing. Price went like this. In some circumstances, it went realistically on Binance or on USDT pairs for Bitcoin. It actually filled all of this on many exchanges, but actually did not fill at all. It wasn't trading. By the time it opened, we can see CME opened at 115.7. What do you think? Are we going to go back? Are we going to fill these still? I honestly don't think so. I feel like if we do, it's like the bull market's over. Like, maybe that's me being pessimistic. And it certainly doesn't guarantee that it would be over in that scenario, but like, I don't think so. I think we just had the biggest liquidation event ever. I think that max pain is to the upside. I think all-time highs are max pain at this point, especially on alts. Especially on alts where people got completely wiped out. What's up, Jackson Lepono? New subscriber, welcome, brother. By the way, if you guys subscribe on the YouTube, you will find in real time this number will roll over and your name will pop up and I'll shout you out. It's a very good deal. Red until January, and then what happens on January? Creative brilliance. Doesn't really line up with what we've seen in the past. So I would need some compelling evidence. Anything's possible. You know, I'm not here to tell you something is impossible, but things are less and more probable. I'll say, right? And so things that have no history to look back on, things we've never seen before, I just remain skeptical. And when they happen, as has happened in the past, then I got to say, all right, well, that's the new thing, I guess. We got to be prepared for this. Bodies are buried in the gap. What's up, Alchemist? What's up, Crimson? What's up, Shano? Recent sub and new to crypto. What's going on? What the hell? Oh, brother, Mr. Handy Dan. When did you jump in the game? When did you get in here? Good. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. What's up, Christoph? I see you subscribed as well. You welcome to crypto. Welcome to crypto. Really, that's what I would say. If you started crypto, really, kind of any time over the last 1,000 days, you haven't gotten a real taste. You haven't gotten a real experience of what crypto is, or at least of what a bull market is. This price action has been very strange. People keep saying this cycle feels different. It's different. When they say that, they're probably speaking emotionally, but the reality is this is it. This is why. This cycle has just not behaved like most of the bull runs, or at least all the bull runs I've seen. This has been very, we say things are very volatile. What's the opposite? Involatile, unvolatile, not volatile. It just hasn't had much volatility. We really haven't seen crypto moves, I would call it, right? If you start in the last 1,000 days, you're probably like, what in the hell? This doesn't look like it, maybe. And this is back in 2021. Now, here's the COVID crash. This was crazy. But we had big moves in all of the previous bull runs. Big downside moves. This one doesn't look quite as crazy, but I don't know. It's like a 20-ish% move quickly. You know, we hung out at 110, 112. People got bullish. Boom, price came down, inched back up. And you can just see each time we rallied, we get these big, sharp pullbacks. We get these slices, right? And when that would happen, everything would just melt. It would happen quickly. Sentiment would get nuked and price would recover and go back up. This was crypto, right? We'd have just big downside wicks, big scary days. Each move up with these dips, basically you would have people thinking it's over. Oh no, like that's it. Bull run's over, move down. And we just kept going. Honestly, until we got to the point where people were saying buy the dips, and then it was over. But that was the crypto that we've seen over the years, and that has gotten calmer. Like here's 2016 to 17. The whole bull run was just like peaks and troughs, peaks and troughs, peaks and troughs. These are big moves. These are like 30-40% moves, like overnight. Not overnight, over a month, but like on the way up. This was what it used to look like. The whole run now, from 2023 on, has been nothing. It's just been sideways. It's been the most weird, boring bull run. And I understand being confused with this move now. It's like, what's happening? What's happening is it's kind of behaving the way that it used to, the way that people in the space have seen it behave for years. And it's really the outlier here. The last few years is the outlier of very different. So it's interesting. It's almost relieving to me to see, I'll say, crypto behaving like crypto, which is funny because you guys who tuned in earlier in October when we were at all-time highs and things were getting kind of nice probably remember me saying crypto feels like crypto again. We were seeing these big moves up. We just right to all-time high off of a low. And I should have known better, right? It's feeling like crypto again. That means it probably means downside too. I didn't think I wanted to accept that at the time. And then in like kind of a bigger, broader reality, the reason this feels crazy is, well, one, alts did moves that we've almost never seen before. Some stuff just went to like zero. But we've just had nothing to talk about. Crypto has been so boring. We hit all-time highs and nothing happens. And this isn't even just Bitcoin. We saw Ethereum do that this year. We've seen Solana do that this year. We saw XRP do that this year. It's just like all-time high and then back down. Like all-time high by 1%, back down. All-time high by 1%, even lower. And then we spend weeks, if not months, getting back to that all-time high. We just fall down again. We've had nothing to talk about. Meanwhile, S&P 500 and stocks, Russell, everything has just been banging out all-time highs up and to the right. Gold is absolutely parabolic. Like gold gave no Fs. Gold gave no Fs on this sell-off. Gold is just right back to all-time highs today. This is the hourly. Gold just right back, 4,100, heading to 5,000. I can't believe we're actually going to hit 5,000 by the end of the year. That was a crazy call. It's actually happening. No Fs. Silver, all-time high, no Fs. Like everything else is doing what we have seen crypto do. And kind of what I and many expect crypto to do. It hasn't. So it's like, we've had nothing to talk about. Everything else has been interesting. Everyone's talking about AI. No one's talking about crypto. Meanwhile, we're getting these lame 1% all-time highs that we sell off. And it's the only thing we've had to talk about. That's another reason that this feels different. That this feels maybe even extra bad for newer people. Is we've just had nothing to talk about. We've had no like good upside. We've just 1% all-time highs move back down. So this crash is like the focus now. It's like the only interest we've had. Everything else has been really boring. So I kind of am happy for it in a way. Knock on wood, hope that doesn't age bad. But like, I guess for volatility just in general, we actually did see, which is funny, we were talking about this in the start of October, volatility. Remember, I talked about volatility bottoming out at the end of September. Now it was going to climb back up. I didn't think it would be quite like this. I didn't think it would be quite like that. But look at, this is volatility, or this is like the VIX for Bitcoin. This is BVOL 24. It's just volatility. It's literally, it's like the same thing as VIX. Look at how tight this volatility was from April till until this week. From April of this year, the entire year we spent in this really crunched zone. And we have little wicks on the inside and outside, or on top and bottom. We can really say like the majority of the time was spent down here. And if you go back in Bitcoin's history, the majority of the year, you can see this line of volatility has been lower than the lowest points of volatility in its past. This has been by far the least exciting year in Bitcoin history, which is, it just doesn't, it's wild to say that in 2025. You see here, we did pop up that spike down. I wonder if there's a crypto. I should look for a crypto volatility instead of just Bitcoin, because that has to be spiked higher, right? Bitcoin moved about 10%, and that was pretty big. But like Alt moved way more. I'm going to look for that actually during the live. You see it spiked up here, hitting the highest point since April. It still didn't even eclipse April though. Isn't that weird? Puts that in perspective. April of this year is more volatile than this crazy move, at least for Bitcoin. I'm going to Google that. Actually, Chad, do you want to Google that for me? Anybody know? Anybody want to just type into Google like ticker crypto volatility trading view? That'd be cool. Hopefully they have it. I assume they do. I assume that exists. What's up, Christian? I see you subscribed. Welcome, brother. And sorry, Mr. Handyman. Dan, I know I just like got off on like my own tangent there. I do that a lot. What's up, Bullish Future? How you doing, man? Flatulence. What's up, James Newbold? Interesting comment. Okay, good. I was going to say, is that your first comment ever on our channel? That'd be funny. Stable. Orderly. Orderly. I like that. The inverse of volatile. Stable, orderly. Predictable. Yeah, there's many. But in speech, what word would we use? That's kind of what I was getting at. You think that is based? You think that is based that we have ETFs, Jacko? I'm not sure what you're asking. You think that is based that we have ETFs? The volatility being lower? I want to find a crypto volatility. I would say no, because you have to go back to 2023 in, I think it was August, right? No, January of 24 is when Bitcoin got an ETF. And volatility still managed, right about here, still managed to hit big moves, right? It is definitely lower sense, but it's kind of just on the trend. It isn't, I wouldn't say it's like out of the trend it had been on, volatility crunching. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm sure that contributes in some way, but I don't think that's it. I'm not sure what it is, honestly. Maybe it's combination of many things. It could be simply that crypto hasn't gotten that hype. The cycle hasn't attracted the hype yet. Hasn't attracted retail. Hasn't baited people in. Has been overshadowed by gold, silver, stocks, by AI. I think AI, man, AI is going to be interesting over the next few years. Certainly a tool that we're going to use is going to be valuable and is going to push us forward as a race. But yeah, we're I think in the very not so far future, we're going to see some holes in AI. It's already very clear from early, like the beginning when we saw ChatGPT to now. It's like AI is really just a bullshitter. Like, at least the chat-based AIs. I think there's a lot of applications in like science and technology and things like AI looking at images, looking at X-rays, looking at MRIs, and almost certainly being able to identify things better than humans, like cancer or whatever it is, like conditions. But the chat-based AI, man, is just like a bullshitter. It's just a con man. Like it's not really good at anything, it seems, except for sounding like it's good at things, like a bullshitter. So I think reality is going to come knocking, and crypto will remain. I don't know. I do wonder if AI is a large factor of why hype hasn't hit. I don't know. Creative brilliance. Don't sell physical gold or silver. Pass it to the family. I would agree. I think the spot metal market is a scam anyway. Like, I would never. Trading spots seems like very odd. You get very weird spreads and like, yeah, I don't know. Retail staying away? Well, they always do. Retail never joins. They never like jump into crypto based on logic. They haven't done their research and they're like, well, I looked at the emission tail of Bitcoin and decided that this is the ultimate investment over a 50-year span. Like, nah, man, that's not how they do it. Number go up. They see friend make money. Monkey brain activate. And they say, oh, me have to get money too. Number keep going up. Have to get in now. Like it's all emotion. They all joined in these like euphoric, frantic, mania moments. We just haven't had those moments again. And that's why they're not here. Because every time we get to those moments, we just sell off. I think that is. I'm still a proponent of the 4-year cycle simply because it's silly to say it doesn't exist yet. But I think that is, if we're going to break the 4-year cycle and we're going to have a slower but longer cycle, or maybe even kind of more like gold when it got an ETF. If we're going to see something like that, where it's really just like maybe what we're seeing on Bitcoin now, but for like a decade, right? Like maybe we see something like this. Something, right? Like a slower but longer, kind of more consistent high. I mean, that's how you do it. That's how you do. Like, that's how you make this happen. Is you don't let price run away. You don't get these blow off moves, right? You just get really boring, under the radar, higher highs that just keep moving. You get some spooky sell offs, but you just keep moving. You keep pushing up that high by a little bit, and you keep energy. You keep euphoria at zero. You crush it. I think that's how you do it. Doesn't guarantee that it's going to happen. I would love to see it happen. I'm rooting for it. But I think that's how you do it. If you get the runaway moves, then people jump in. It doesn't matter if they've been wrecked before. It doesn't matter if they said they'll never be back. It doesn't matter. They'll be back when those same emotional conditions are met. As they always do. It's just clockwork, man. And if it's not them, it's someone else. There's always more suckers, right? Give the stream a like. Thank you, Kevin Van Hasselendonk. I don't know how to say your last name. Appreciate you though, bro. What's up? 𝐴𝐴𝐺. Boring 100K Bitcoin. We saw just people want more than what they get. True. People, in reality, people don't understand this, but like when they start in crypto or in any investing, what they want is they want to this is in their brain, but they don't understand that this is what they want. They want to buy an asset for lower than its current price. Like if they want to buy gold, they want to buy gold right now at 3,400, but they don't understand that that isn't impossible. It's not how that works. And what's funny is the reason I say that is because, okay, they say they want it 3,400 right now. They're not going to sell it right now. But what happens if they see price go back down to 3,400? They don't want it then. They only wanted it here, but they weren't going to sell it here. It's very strange. We are just cavemen living with computers, man. We are largely impulse, emotion, instinct driven. And it's crazy how predictable we are in that sense. It's interesting. Drive safe, everyone. James Newbold, you're having just all the best comments today. What's up, Novocaine? When crypto starts behaving like crypto again. Well, the one thing I did say when we were at all-time highs back here just days ago, the one thing I did say was, guys, let's celebrate. Let's enjoy this. We had fun. We had some fun streams. But I kept saying, remember, don't be fooled, though. There is more pain. Like, the pain is not over. There will be more pain. Let's enjoy this. But don't lose sight. Don't lose sight of the pain is honestly like just beginning. The rally to the blow off top is the most painful, is the hardest. And I said, don't get wrecked. Don't get wrecked right before. You'll never forgive yourself. Oof, that aged. That aged. I haven't done any charting yet. I didn't do any charting, and I also didn't play any music. I'm putting on Grizz. It's a Grizz kind of day. Hold up. Oh, by the way. I don't think that's loud enough. By the way, Grizz. Shout out to Grizz. We're going to be playing Side Quest Volume 1. I know a lot of you have heard it a few times already here. But Grizz just threw his own music festival called 7 Stars, and I believe that just wrapped last night. I did not get to go. That would have been awesome. Love Grizz. Let me see. Volume should be good.
Welcome, friend. Sometimes the most interesting journeys are a side quest.
No. Let's go. Pickle, is it too loud? Let me know. Oh yeah. There we go. Put up a poll. Crank that. Crank that also. A great artist. Link to this song by Grizz in the video description. GM. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love this song. I wish I went to 7 stars. Anyway, let me see who's here. We'll get into some charts. We got a lot of chatters. What's up, Bullish Bradley, Bullish Mike, Bullish Future? You gotta love in the first 3 names. I'll start with Bullish. What's up, boys? Coca-Cola, good to see you. Cool Cat. D. James. Dave Jensen, David Brum. What's up, brother? My brother, David Brum. Demetrios. I think I remember you from like years ago, Demetrios. Thank. What's up, Crypto Agent 007? D-Lo, Fade and Tradfi, Gen X Crypto. It's Autopilot, James Newbold, Jet Ski Goose, Joe Potter, Justin Rudy. Who else is here? Chris Pax. Chris Pax. You're always here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my friend. I am glad, Chris, to see you doing so well on YouTube. You and Alex O. I love to see it. Like, you guys are just thriving. I love it. And I'll tell you, man, through some of the hardest time to be a creator on YouTube, period. You should feel good about what you've accomplished. Even if, you know, I don't know if you do feel this way, but even if you do feel like you haven't grown enough, you haven't gone far enough or whatever, I know that feeling, brother. But you've done so well. It's just been bear market in bear market engagement and bear market views, bear market like new viewership since the bear market. It just never really picked up. So pat yourself on the back. You should feel good about that, man. Who we got? Christophe, Marco. How you doing, Marco? Martinez, 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝐾 𝐲𝐵SY. What's up, bro? I saw you earlier. Orhan Poker. What's up, Orhan? Orhan, you're becoming an OG quickly, man. You're here every stream. Appreciate you. Parker, Quinn Daldry, Simply Better, Sharknado, Slavo, Spiridon, Arc, Tango Boy, my man Pickle, salute to you. Tillin, Tom, G, all the boys with the wrenches, Trinity, Turtle, Verhoofty Floofen, my favorite name. What's up, Vince Alvari, Wayne, Wiggins, who else did I miss? What's up, YB? GM. Are we gonna go down more? Simply Better. It's always on the table. I haven't really done a lot of analysis. Maybe we should do a little analysis here. I've been shooting the shit. What you're saying is the best advertisement for crypto is to show a girl in bikini holding a Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know if that works. Does that work? Probably not. I think the best advertisement, what is the best advertisement for crypto? I guess maybe that's the thing, is crypto doesn't really need advertisement. Like Bitcoin at least, just its advertisement is just like its record, right? It's like just what it's done. Everyone's so entitled that the bull will happen. It's making you worried that you're going with a herd. The top might be in, might have broken market structure. Sure, brother. Sure. And the top will be in eventually. Eventually it will be. Just be careful. People have said that literally every single week, every single month of this run. People said the run was over here. People said the run was over here. People said the run was over here. Yeah, just be careful. You're right though. It will be over eventually. This is scary. It's spooky. I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. What's up, Tonzi Norman? Silver all-time highs, gold all-time highs. Yep. We already pulled them up briefly. Gold's still going to 5,000 this year. Now seeming not like a crazy call at all. Silver at 52. I guess just send silver to 100 at this point. Like, what do we do here? You know, what analysis is there to even be done on silver? Silver was clearly suppressed for 50 whatever years. It broke out. Cat's out of the bag, man. Pandora's box is open. Like, what are you gonna do to stop this? What are you gonna do? It's GG. Like, what? Be careful. But yeah, man, we were looking. I can't believe this. Pickle, we have to go back and find this. Where's 𝐂𝐻𝐻? 𝐂𝐻𝐻, go back to August. Go back to 2024 in these 3 months. Look for when we talked about silver reaching 34, hitting 28, and then going to all-time high. Wow. I can't believe that it actually did that. It's bonkers. I think they're stealing the show. They're stealing our run. What does this mean, though? That's what I want to know. Like, what shitty future are gold and silver, like, signaling to us with all-time highs just all through this year, all through a year where stocks have gone up, all-time highs? Like, what are they signaling? Nothing good. What's up, Passing Wind? Welcome, brother. Lamb. Repetitive but great name. Have you ever heard of AI Tech now? What's up, Slavo? Hello, Poland. Shout out to Poland. Crypto VIX by uptick on TradingView, but you'll have to be on total 3. Oh, so wait. I guess Fade and TradFi, I could do a volatility indicator and just have total crypto market cap open. That would kind of work. That would work. I'll think about it. Can't wait for this 220K soon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Still on the table. Equally on the table. What's up, Quinn? Vince? I'm getting through the chat really slow, guys. I'm like slowly scrolling. I just went to the start. So Budman throbbing ding dong. That's quite a name, man. Them Bullards are still at it again, man. Oh my, man. Island boys, man. Get man. Smash the like. That's right. Take a moment, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, if you haven't subscribed, followed. What's up, Derek Merrill? Good to see you, brother. Working out? I'm swerving. Work out to this song. I work out to this song. God, I wish I was at 7 stars. Wish I had gone. Tungsten? I bet all metals are, to be honest. All metals. Cart, chunks work, vent. Let me see. Where are we at? So let's see. I actually haven't even done analysis down here, which is okay, because like, really, what am I gonna say? We're not gonna figure out if it's going, you know, if it's gonna break down or not here. Nobody knows that future. On Coinbase, 107K on the dot. That is a 1.4 extension to the downside here. Retest that low. The high recently, right about the 0.5 retrace. Can see the inefficiency is actually all the way up here to like 121. A retrace up here, not out of the question. Might even make sense. All that. Look at that. We're on the hour. Look at that RSI. Market cipher B, momentum, VWAP. Maybe angling up here. Low time frame. Let's zoom in a little, or zoom out a little. 4 hours still dipping. Now, this is quite the hit to RSI. Quite the hit. You know what it does look like to me, though? I'll be real. You know what this looks like to me? It looks like, where is this? It looks just like this. Except this was all-time high, right? Like 1, 2. What we got? 1, 2, 3. Who the screws? It looks like that, but we have an all-time high. I guess that's a big difference. It's kind of like this. You know what I mean? It didn't hit here on Coinbase, but it did on like all the USDT exchanges. Like hit right here. It does look like that hump and then wick. It does look a lot like this. Look what happened. I guess that's valuable. Let's look at the last time this happened, right? Or not the last time, but the most recent kind of self event that I just said looks similar. Okay, 0.5. This is where we are in the retracement right now. Went to the 618. Didn't even really stop at the 5, so it's looking a little different. That took a while though. Like, we hit this low, 50K in August of 24. It took a while before we made it back up, but inevitably we didn't break that low. Look at this. Like, we could just see this happen again. Let's see what this would look like. Drop it, Grizz. Oh, Grizz. Grizz, I sent you a message on Instagram. You didn't read it. Maybe because you're really busy. Running your first music festival and coming out of retirement. Don't you know who I am, Grizz? Alright, let's just see what this would look like. I'm not saying this is what's gonna happen, but if it were to look just like it did before, this is what it would look like. So, I can see it. What was RSI like back there? Boom, boom, boom. Hold up. Let's up straight. Wow. Wasn't even the lowest point in RSI. Significantly higher RSI. That's kind of crazy. Hold up, hold up. Let me get to the chat again. I might as well share like what I started with here, actually, before I get into new stuff. So before this dump, and don't worry, chat, I'm getting right back to you. Let me just go through this quick. Before this dump, I had pointed out 115.7, and I'll admit it. I even said this would probably be a decent spot to look for a long if price returns to it. Of course, that got nuked, but I was talking about 115.7. We have previous resistance here in September before our all-time high. Untested resistance as support. Your 0.5 retrace. I forget, there's a few other things. I want to say some moving averages on the day were there. Yep. Your 100 day, your 20, your 50. All right there, right? Your 200 was the wick. Good amount of confluence. On top of that, and maybe even more compelling than those things, these blue lines here are the VWAPs. We see our September VWAP right there, 115.5. Our Q2 VWAP, July, right there at 115.7. I don't know if I said 115.5, 115.7. Whatever, close enough. Actually, I don't know where August is. That. Yep, August right there. September already got. October all the way up here. This wouldn't be bad, 118, and that's right at the 618. I think I can just kind of, even looking at this, say I think it's probable we see a tap of this. You get your 1618, you got your October VWAP. I think that's probable. I'm not gonna jump on it yet. But what you'll notice is all of these VWAPs right about the same price. I'm not about June. Wow, literally like all of them, actually. This chart's about to get messy. Hold up. We're gonna do them all. Can I take you deeper? No mamacita. Who the is Grizz? Grizz, use my. I want to do sound. Let me do sounds for your next song. Grizz. Take it. Okay. So farther back, we're gonna get down here. So we don't need this. All the way back to May. VWAPs are right in this range. Actually, good to see that this held largely. This one largely held. But what this means, for those of you who are not familiar, we do have a great video on VWAP on this channel in the playlist in our free course that has 40-ish how to trade tutorials that only 6% of you watch. Yeah, I know. It shows me the analytics. Watch them. We do have a video on VWAP, but VWAP is the weighted volume average price, which is a confusing way to say it is like a moving average, but instead of just taking price and time, it weights based on volume. So in my opinion, it's just a more accurate or more logical moving average to use. I even had pointed out when we were rallying that we need to stay dynamic in the tools we use, as I always say. And I said, well, now that we're all-time high, VWAPs aren't going to be as useful because they're all below us. We're not going to have a VWAP, or there's no trading above us, so they aren't going to give us upside targets. And as long as we're trending up, they're not going to be as useful. We have to use other tools, which is funny. And I said, but if we sell off, we would look back to them to try to find support, try to find logical places to bounce. And here we are. Here we are, trapped in them now. But the reason I like them, especially for here, is they're a good visualization of where buyers and sellers are basically trapped. Throughout the last... what time? Over the last 160 days, you can think of like all the Bitcoin that has been bought on average is right here. When price moves below that, all of that is basically in a loss. The average is in a loss. When price is above it, it's in a gain. So what happens when price moves below? Well, trapped buyers are going to look to get out at break even, maybe at a loss, but at break even. And so what we see is when we interact with VWAPs, we tend to find support and resistance. We tend to. Here we are And we are back to 1, 2, 3 of these major VWAPs here. Who the is Grease? Here we go. And we're trapped right here. You can see the daily close directly underneath it today. Tried back below. This is the area. I would say this is the pivot point. Moving above, I think we look for 118.5. October. See the average weighted price right here. Coming in line with our golden Fibonacci retracement level, the 618. Also at 18.5, 118.5. This could mean two things. Could mean this is a good place to look to head short. Could be a place to head short if you think we're going to continue to the downside. A sweep of this liquidity to basically retake all of October before moving lower. Lower high. Create the lower high, lower low downtrend. Makes sense. We did see some others down here. If we do not make it through here, so that could even imply that here is a place to look to hedge. I don't... maybe. I don't think so, though. Why am I saying that? You have lots of VWAPs here. Maybe. I guess I think we're still moving up is why. Anyway, perhaps we look to explore those lower ones. The 200-day moving average is right here at 107,000. We actually didn't test it on Coinbase. But rejection from here, I think that makes some sense. I was like, I'll read the chat. Hold up. And then I just like went off. Just went off chat. VWAP is coming up. That makes sense because we are underneath the VWAP. Moving up into it. Money flow. Flattening. Not convincing enough momentum. At the zero line-ish. No close yet. Okay. Okay, I like this. Maybe I'll take this trade if it happens. Back to that previous VWAP. 118.5 to 115.5. Actually, I might think about that more. Alright, I'm pulling up the chat. I'm getting out of my little tism zone. Do I see the bull flag on the Bitcoin hourly echo leaf? What's up, brother? What's up, crypto mom? Not the rug pull. Bitcoin is going to 0 in all caps. Oh, crypto mom. Oh, crypto mom. Oh, children. Children. Morning, Tom. Did I get wrecked? No. No, I mean, my portfolio was at an all-time high right before this. Went down about, let's say like 14%. I don't know what percent it's down now, less than that. But, yeah. I honestly thought my portfolio would be down more than it was. It's like, kind of like where it's been all the last few months. It was at an all-time high drop. Definitely lost like 6 figures. Yeah. Definitely down like 6 figures on it, but I didn't lose anything, you know? Actually, the only things I lost were a few of those long trades got closed. I think I lost maybe like $2,000 or something. It's not a big deal. Let's see how this poll went. Not a lot of voters going on. Didn't really impact me. That's what I like to hear, chat. There we go. You're doing it right. If you answer didn't really impact me, you're doing it right. Sorry to hear that people got wrecked, of course. We went over some best practices earlier. Another one, stay away from cross margin and stay away from cross. I like isolated. And be very, very careful if ever, like if you even do it all, trading low caps on leverage. You don't need leverage on low caps. Sol's moving. Scissor Joni. Silver's moving. BNB is at all-time high again. Who remembers seeing this BNB trade that we placed like a year ago? Finally hit TP, 72.6% up against Bitcoin. Huge. BNB all-time high and what? Back down? Oh yeah. Like everything. When will Tom's hunt for Red October finally be over? KJM, never. Quaint. White, what is this? You're old. Who's old? I'm old, you're old. What's up, Juan B? Soul's at 202. 202, you said. 202. You can pull up Soul. Yo, am I too old? Is the music too loud? Alice, probably too old. Is it too loud? I want jams today, so yeah, this is my choice. I'll turn it down one notch just for Alice. I don't like Soul because it nuked me here on that trade. It's short though. That's short printed. That's short printed 252. Soul held up pretty well. I think that's something that we should be looking for in charts now. Is like, what held? What didn't just get sent to Valhalla, right? Soul did pretty good. Soul did decent. It did break August's low, but or no, it didn't. Held August's low. Did break a major support that I kind of expected to hold, 193. Spent a lot of time building support there, or building resistance there, then breaking it, testing it. Nice little candle today. Up 2%, up 10% yesterday, but yeah, recovering better than Bitcoin for the time. I like Market Cipher B on here better. Here we go. Looking at 215 on Soul. Probably this week. 215 on Soul this week. Easy. Watch for this descending trend though. May knock you back down, retest 190. Yeah, sit up straight. I keep slouching. It's hurting my back. What's up? What's up, brother? Can you please turn off the music? Unable to hear you. Why can't you hear me? Let's plan a trade. What's up, AU? Lost Lands Tape B live set. Oh, dude, I saw Tape B at Lost Lands. Tape B is amazing. Tape BFs. Tape BFs. That's true, Zachary. I did watch Tape B KJM. Absolutely. Can't say that I remember them most. Silly there. Righteous Score came for the TA, stayed for the soundtrack. Let's roll. Let's roll, brother. There. Turn it down one smidgens for the people who said it was too loud. See a bull flag on the hourly. No. Honestly, I think if you want to go down the flag route, I have long been advocate of, I don't believe in flags in crypto anyway. I've long been an advocate of that. But if you want to go down the flag hole, I mean, you gotta look at it as a bear flag, right? You have the pole, you have a low, you have a lower high. You haven't broken the low, you haven't broken the high. You have to look at it as a bear flag. You can even see the previous, the fractally of August of last year. Even August of last year fell, painted a bear flag, broke to fake broke to the upside, fake broke to the downside. I guess extending out the flag maybe even more. Yep, extending the flag out even more before inevitably just going to the upside. We get rid of that. Just wanted to isolate that soothing voice, Alex. Alice, I got you. You're good. We don't always have music. Today, I want to have music. It's a Grizz day. In honor of Grizz's first music festival, 7 Stars, wrapping up last night. And his return from retirement. What's up, Daniel H? Better. I am loud and clear. Thanks, Brian. Music's so loud. I don't know. It's not that loud. I can see it visually. It doesn't look that loud. Soul BNB, Zcash. Yeah, let's look at ZEC. We'll look at Soul BTC too. So, ZEC at 245. I have a long here. If you're targeting 400, I think it's a good trade. I think that's a good trade, honestly. Here, the issue is this. ZEC, man, I keep saying Soul. ZEC has had a lot of upside. I am always anxious about looking for more upside on things that have already had a lot of upside. Makes me uncomfortable. I've lost a lot of trades looking to play things that have moved up a lot, up farther. If I were to take it, I still like this trade. I think the stop could be tighter. This wasn't super thought out. But if you are looking for higher, you are at, I think it was 2021's all-time high. Oh no. Let me see. Where do we get this from? The month? Yes, okay. The June of 2021's monthly close, rejected from there in November. It was the measured move target of your pullback in November into January of this year. Now that I zoom out, I don't like it as much. I still like 84. You've made a big move. What is this even up this month? 230% this month. Oh, you degens. And off of like 85% the month before. You degens. If you're looking for 400, just continue my thought. That is a logical profit take. That is the absolute high of 2021. It was a lower high in 17. This is clear resistance, a clear place to look to lock in profit. I think that there are better risk to rewards out there, honestly. I have like 20 ZEC somewhere that I bought for like nothing. I don't know, like 30, 40 some point. Maybe I'll look to sell some if it hits 400. But I think there's better returns out there. I think there's better risk to rewards. Here's the good thing about ZEC. Like, ZEC could continue. I'm not saying it can't. But here's the good thing about this happening. You guys remember when I got excited for XRP? When XRP started rallying and broke all-time high in last year. I got excited, not because I like XRP. I sold most of my XRP in that rally. But I got excited because we have seen so many coins from 2 cycles ago, 3 cycles, like from previous cycles, really never do anything again, never break all-time highs. And with very little exception, BNB, maybe one of the only exceptions to that, they haven't. And ZEC kind of just coming out of nowhere and blasting back to previous cycle highs gives a lot of hope that in this end of bull run that we can see rotation into many of these charts. If you would have asked anybody about ZEC like in August of this year, if it's gonna like go to the, people would have been like, you're on crack. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, ZEC's not gonna go to 250. Like, they'd be like, it's probably just gonna go back to a new all-time low. It hit an all-time low last year. But if ZEC can do it, other coins can do it too, and perhaps there's a better risk to reward on those. I'm not going to shill you one specifically, right? You guys know it's not my jam. I'm not here to do that. I'm not getting paid my coins to do that, so that's why I don't do that. That's why other people do that. You know that. If you need me to tell you one, you know the answer. Like, I'd say Litecoin, but I'm not shilling you Litecoin. It's like the same idea. Is because XRP went from crap to all-time high in the last year, because ZEC is making this surprise move, moving back to previous like all-time highs. Other coins can do it too. It doesn't guarantee they all will, but there is hope. And in that hope, there is a better risk to reward, I think, than buying this at 245, looking for a 60% move, which is very good, 60%. Even back to like its real all-time high, I'll say. 266, that is a lot. That's a good percent. But remember, nobody cared about this. Now people care because number go up, and it did really well in the sell-off. I will give it that. It barely flinched during that sell-off. In fact, it might have gone up. It might have gone up a little bit. Did really good. But I just think there's probably better trades out there, guys. And I'm not here to make decisions for you. You make your decisions. If I was going to do it as I usually do, this is probably how I do it. I'm not going to trade this. I'm just going to look to lock in profits along the way. I haven't locked in any. In fact, I'm not even sure where that ZEC is. I'm probably going to have to find it. It's been many years. It's been like at least 6 years since I bought it. I'll have to find it. Where'd silver go to? 52 and down. Oh yeah, in the last few minutes. Okay. What else we got? Litecoin will see a new all-time high, says Wick. I appreciate that, Wick. I like Wick. I see Wick at the Litecoin conferences whenever I go. What a G. Gold and silver. Wow. Yeah, dude. Just wow. Wow. Wow, indeed. I don't even think they're like done. I don't think they're even close to being done, honestly. Silver all-time highs today. Silver hitting literally the highest prices ever. Giving no F's about the sell-off. Brother, no reason. It's gonna get an ETF. Has utility. King David, you know, bro. Everyone's welcome to different ideas in the space. I never enforce like the way I view it. The way I see it, though, and this is how I've said it here forever. I mean, you ask me, Bitcoin's the only thing that has like real value. But this space is just not really. Logic isn't it. Logic is not him here. Things don't need reason. Things find reason after they happen. Once the chart does something, things find reason. Something goes up, all of a sudden, people will be like, oh, it's because of this or that. Something goes down, they'll assign this or that, but it's like already happening. People are now talking about ZEC because it's up on a few 100%. But they wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't go up hundreds %. Like, it's narrative chases the chart. Narrative chases price, not the other way around. Narrative very rarely, and I won't say never, but very, very rarely in this space drives price. Am I a part of banter? Why would you ask that? Of course not. Our channel's been around for way longer than banter, bro. What's up, Kyle? Kyle Slabbert. I'm curious why you asked that, though. Zcash is pumped for no reason. I don't think there really is ever reason. There almost never. 99.9% of the time, there's no reason. Swift not going to use it anymore. Swift's never going to use it. Those hopium. Dash is moving. Are people talking about Dash? Dash is. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't even doubt it. If ZEC is moving, I wouldn't doubt that Dash is moving. What a weird coin. We never looked at the Bitcoin pair, which is what we were supposed to do. Dash is moving. Okay. Didn't sell off in the sell-off. Man, we got stopped out here. But if we hadn't, it would be up 125%. 125% though. I'll take a look at Dash. Take a look at Dash here. Who else? Who's out there? We haven't had a new subscriber in a little bit. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join us. Synthetics SNX finally moving. ETC was at a few. LTC. We got into a lot. ETC was at Litecoin Summit. I've been to the Litecoin Summit, so I don't remember seeing ETC there. King saying that's why Litecoin would be more explosive. I hope so. I mean, I certainly hope so. Tau had a beautiful recovery. Privacy coins doing great after a dodgy crash. Dude, privacy coins have been in the gutter for way too long. Like, most privacy is one of the only utilities that crypto like offers at all, and they just have never had their time. Your first time? Is that a bucket of coffee? Stay shroomed? Great name, by the way. I was just at Lost Lands, but I was staying shroomed. No, I didn't do shrooms. This is a bucket of coffee. The Cash Boys hanging on ETC Discord. What's weird is I don't remember anybody being a Zcash fan in the last while. Before this, I don't remember them like having an active community. I think you did. You did school? My school? Oh, Kyle Slabber. Crown with a K. Eric Crown. I think he did a crypto school thing with them. If they're doing a crypto school thing with Tom Crown with a C, I've got to write some emails to them. I think you mean Eric. I think he did something with Banter, but he's also not part of Banter. He just like did something with them, with their school. Oh yeah, Dash. So this coin, man, this coin got everybody effed. I remember the hatred for this. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Take a little trip. Take a little trip. Take a little trip. I wonder if we're getting to the point of the cycle where I can just throw up a fib and then point to like the 618 and be like, there you go. That happened in 2021 and we hit a lot of targets. Where are we? Like 60, 70, 70s. I mean, this is a good move. You got to see Dash close above 40 on the quarter and you've maybe begun an uptrend. Yeah, this 41 was big. This is a monthly time frame, so a lot of time passed here. See these monthly closes at 41, wicking below, but buyers coming in each time, rejecting from about this 70 level, low 70. That would be a decent spot to look for this rally to go to. Rejected, then began finding resistance there. What was support for ZEC became resistance into 2023. Weird. This was selling off into the bull run, sure. Rejected from 41, rejected from 41 again. Did hit higher highs though, then traded down, broke that uptrend, and is now moving back up. Weird. I don't know how you would have traded this. We did have a long down here at 22.39. It certainly got stopped out, but if anybody bought spot at 22.39, they're sitting pretty here. I think it would logically make sense to look for the long. Wait. It logically makes sense to look for the long here at 41. ZEC has showed us that this is a critical level for it. Was resistance, was support for like years. 41.16, probably a decent spot to look for a position. I think we can flip that and say, well, probably can look for a short on the other hand in that low 70s. Stop, I don't know, like 80s. 80s. Maybe look to play it this way. I don't know if I would short. I guess after the sell-off we can be more open to shorts. He's something like this. Like something like this. God, I love this song. Gorillaz make more music. Like that. I think either of those trades would be good. One doobies up. There you go. If you break through, ZEC, you know, if this just like keeps running like we've seen ZEC, we've definitely got some higher targets here. Where would we look? 125. Same play could be made. Oh. Same play could be made at like 125. I'm gonna move on from Dash in a sec. Hold up. Let's finish in my thoughts. I do the same thing. So that's 300. There you go. Do something like that too. We'll see. But there you go. Like 67, low 70s. Good TP, 125, 127, good TP above that. We'll see what happens, right? After that, you get up into the 300s. I wouldn't get too excited yet. Let's see this descending high trend break first. Then we can start talking about high targets. Dash, quite a crazy chart though. What's up, Egged Pangabean, Cass Van Dijk, Gen X Crypto? What's up, brother? See you subscribed. Keeping it cool always. Song slaps so hard. Do you have an opinion on Zora? Not really. You had fewer yesterday, so I'm up on followers. That's true, Brian. We are up on followers. Yesterday we had 190. I actually tweeted that. And we're 10K away. You know what's crazy? When I started this channel, I thought there was like no way that I would beat Bitcoin to 100,000. I never thought we'd even have 100,000 subscribers, to be honest. I thought there was no way that we'd ever be able to beat Bitcoin to 100,000. And then we did. And I was like, okay, that's interesting, but like we'll never beat Bitcoin to 200K. Now it seems like we will. Here we go. Here we go. On Twitter at Tom Crown Crypto, because Tom Crown Bitcoin doesn't fit. Anyway, that was 23 hours ago. So you can see 145 subscribers in that time. We'll get to 200K by the end of the year. If you guys keep subscribing, keep showing up to the lives, keep growing. Who's repping at Bitcoin events? Taylor, Satoshi? Yeah, me, I am. ADA is just dust in the wind. So you don't think Litecoin has real value? Well, okay, I'll put it this way. I think Bitcoin has real value because Bitcoin is proof of work. It's proof of work, fair origin, decentralized. That's why I think it has value. Litecoin is also that. So I believe it has value in a lesser sense. It's not just Litecoin, it's Monero, Dogecoin. I think that has value. But if you really condense my beliefs down, it just ends up being Bitcoin. It's like Bitcoin is like the highest number. It's S tier. And then like down at like B tier, it's like Litecoin, Monero, Doge, whatever other proof of works that you want to throw in there that are the same. And then everything else, pretty much. Everything else underneath that. That's how I see it. What's up, Sharknado? Been a member for 66 months. GBAT, in reference to BAT. BAT, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. What is it? Grayscale's BAT? Dude, BAT, what a huge, like, you know, hopefully that this, I eat these words, but what a huge failure. What a huge failure of a program. Like, I use Brave browser to this day. I don't really ever interact with the token. Well, like, I use the browser to this day, and so do like millions of people, yet they just never have been able to get that model to work. I don't know. I have all the BAT that I got, that I've earned. I was one of the original like BAT creators. What a failed project. Like, how are they not making money? It's crazy to me. It's crazy that they haven't made that work with all their, I think they have 100 million installs or something. Look at this token, man. I guess it could be worse. Oh, it's up a little bit. It's up a little bit. Sharknado. I didn't know this was up. I was just talking mad shit, and then it's like, oh, it's up? Wait a minute. Still, though, like, the high in 21 was $1.91. Trade on 10 cents. It's been just in this zone forever, dude. Like, right here forever. GBAT. I want to see if they're the same. Wait, what? What is... This doesn't make sense. I guess it's not redeemable. It can't be redeemable. GBAT, Grayscale, basic attention token's at 183, while BAT, basic attention token, is at 23 cents. Oh, if BAT ever gets an ETF, GBAT will like sell its brains out. And that'll be bad. That's interesting. Maybe this is what he's looking at is GBAT no breakout, BAT breakout, right? So will GBAT break out? I mean, logically, I want to say yes. I think maybe the issue though is, since this is already valued at 183, maybe the breakout just gets arbitraged or something. Like, instead of it being broken out, it like goes up and liquidity, there's like buyers or whatever from BAT rallying, and it's just sold into, and it doesn't break out in the same way. That's weird. I'm not an expert on the relationship between the Grayscale prices, premiums, and like spot. I know that it's like captive. It's not easily arbitrageable. Maybe it's like not arbitrageable at all. I wonder. 120% off its low. What's interesting though is like BAT right now 124% off its low. GBAT already. I mean, this is like 90% off its low. 124% off its low. It's really just like right here, 218. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's weird. I know you missed me. I did miss you, Dutchy. I've been passing you. It makes me sad. You could have sworn I like Litecoin. I do. Like I do, King David. That I have always. I'm like maybe the only one on YouTube who still like ever has talked about Litecoin. I do. I think maybe I'm like communicating it wrong. I have a lot of Litecoin, bro. Like I have a lot of Litecoin. ADA is gonna surprise people this run, Panda. I hope so. What's up, 𝐒𝐴𝐳? What's up, brother? Thanks for subscribing. We're gonna look at BAT. I don't. What do you see in here? This is weird. I mean, if it's gonna follow spot BAT, which you think it would, it's right at the 618. Like, if it's gonna follow spot BAT, it should go to $5. There you go. That's what I'll say. It makes the same move, the same retracement, should be like $5. I just don't know how this works. I just wonder if it won't work that way. I did want to look at Dash BTC and ZEC BTC quick. Look at this. Look at this brutal chart. This brutal chart. Oh, the ZEC's equivalent as well. Ooh, they'll pop off the old entry there on ZEC. ZEC BTC, very similar. This is why everyone slowly becomes a Bitcoin maxi. It's because every chart against Bitcoin, and especially if you get rid of the recent 2 months of ZEC, and even like the recent, I don't know, week of Dash. Let's see. Week of or month of Dash. Like, this is what every chart over time has looked like against Bitcoin. Just like down. ZEC has had a great rally. It's dope. I hope it keeps going. But you can see here, you guess you could view this in two ways. You could say, oh, well, it has a lot of upside against Bitcoin. Yeah, sure. You could say that. I don't know if that's, like, we just haven't seen that play out yet in the history of crypto as a successful thought yet. Hopefully it does, because then all my bags can have hope. But, like, this has made a huge move against Bitcoin, but it's still, like, you only would have outpaced Bitcoin having ZEC if you bought it in the last 2 months. Any other time, basically. I think it's right here, but you get the point. You get the point. Back to 2020, 2021. You big girl. You could even view it this way. Now, there's no fib there. You can view it this way. It's like at resistance, right? I think that actually might be the way to look at it. Something like that. Go back. Oh. This is like the last set. This is like the song's over. Take care, be safe, and see you next adventure. I love you, Chris. What love you, Chris? That was a 50-minute song. We just banged out 51 minutes. Shout out to Grizz. Grizz right here. This man. The man, the myth, the legend. That was Side Quest Volume 1. Links in the video description. We have more subscribers than Grizz on YouTube. He has like, I think he has like a million on Instagram or something now. So looking at ZEC BTC, you can see it's made a big move. I think it is safe to, I think it's safe to like look for it to be at resistance. This is a big move. That's a big move. We have just not seen, we just never have seen coins do this. Every coin looks like this against Bitcoin. The only exception I think is BNB. BNB has some shenanigans. What time is it? 1:35. Okay, we've only been live like hour and a half. BNB has some shenanigans. This looks a lot like ZEC, a lot like everything, just down bleeding. I don't see that kind of clear, maybe quarterly thing that I did with ZEC. It looks like it's maybe above a little. 004. Yeah. I won't spend too much time. I won't spend too much time on this. I just wanted to look at something. Maybe. Like, oh my God. It's brutal. It's just brutal. Like brutal, man. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna my brain's too fatigued to go into that right now. Let's just look back at Bitcoin. Let's go back to the chat. What's up? 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐷 Zach here. What's up, brother? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the fam. Yeah, I would say Bitcoin's the only valuable thing, but holding other things weird to you. Meh. Like I said, maybe I don't know how long ago that message was, like 20 minutes. Never mind, I won't even respond to it. 7 stars looked lit, dude. It looks so lit. Let me refresh the chat. I won't be reading 20-minute-old things. Let's see what people are saying now. Palladium, Indica. You're not in Germany. Cool. What's up, Beer M Ninja? How you doing, brother? Oktoberfest is now. Let's go. The Grizzler. God, the Grizzler. Listen to Side, dude. Orlando. I have listened to SideQuest like a million times already too, and the song just came out. Like that is how good it is. A million times. I kind of wish YouTube would tell me how many times I played it. The song came out 3 months ago. I've listened to it. It's an hour long. I don't know, easily 100 times. Thanks, Grizz, and see you next time. What are people saying? Grayscale and Binance each own 10% of the supply of ETC. Or when people say like BlackRock or Grayscale or Binance or whatever like own supply, you have to be careful, because is it that they own it, or is it that they have custody of clients' assets? And that is different. If you don't know how it works, it probably doesn't. Giggity. I think Litecoin can go super high. I want to see like, I was really hoping like XRP would continue. I was really hoping Ethereum would continue. I was really hoping anything would continue after breaking all-time high. Like, I want to see something break all-time high so I can be like very confident in other coins, right? In other things hitting all-time high. Dude, that sell-off for Litecoin, 500 sats on Binance. I wonder if I have a buy order. It's on Coinbase though, not on Binance. I have long preached that this is one of the strongest charts in crypto. This is absolutely looking to break to the upside when the time is right. I just don't know when that time is going to be right. I thought it was about to happen earlier this week, and then it got nuked with the rest of the market. Another chart that looks a lot like this, just zoom out, you see one giant flag, right? Monero. They're pretty similar, I'd say. Monero. I think this one, honestly might even look better. It's like the same thing. 2017 high, 2021 high. It's like a double top. You have a higher low in between. You have a giant cup handle. You're back. At least Monero's closer, kind of like back to the all-time high. So I say maybe this looks even better. Like these charts are loaded. In fact, what's really crazy is if you look at Monero and Litecoin on like a weekly or monthly time frame, and then you go to silver. Go to silver on, I don't know, like a month, a week. Just zoom all the way out on the week. You go to silver, and it looks like the same. Right? It's like 2017, 2021, higher low, boom, back to the high breakout. Silver. There's other charts as well. Monero, like it's the same thing. It's crazy. I expect them to break out. It's just been so long, and we haven't seen other coins from previous cycles really do it, that I don't want to yell about it. You know, I don't want to like get people hyped about it. I want people to, I don't know, invest based on that, because they may end up waiting. I have been waiting for Litecoin to really do something since like 2028. Sold a little bit in 27, bought it back early. I was like not a good trader then. Sold some and then like bought it back way too high. I've been waiting. I believe they'll break out. As soon as I have any other example, like I was really hoping Ethereum would keep going. Oh, Ethereum. Ooh, you filled, Betty. You filled. I was really hoping when it broke all-time high it would keep going, because that would be, at least for me, like a sign. Same with XRP, same with whatever. But we just haven't seen it yet. I think it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. I'm just not ready to start yelling from the rooftops yet. What's up, 𝐂𝐴𝐻 and Ryan? What's up, guys? Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being here. Lots of senoritas. What's up with the senoritas? Have you guys noticed this? What is with this? Why are these @ symbols here sometimes at their names? And then not always. Like Gen Z isn't, Coca-Cola isn't, but Rising Sun. What's with that? Do you guys know? What? I don't get it. I don't understand. Sometimes we'll join a live chat and all the names will have those. And then sometimes we'll join a live chat and none of the names will have those. What's up, Dan Crypto? Near. All in on EOS Beardy Day, my lord. Did EOS even, let's look at EOS for Beardy. Did it even move in this? Delisted on Binance. EOS BTC. Beardy, EOS, you could just have like the biggest I told you so ever. Literally, EOS went to all-time low last week. Biggest I told you so ever, if this ever rallies. 1000% back to $3. Jeez, my lord. Aren't we all there, buddy? Aren't we all there? EOS was like the biggest pre-sale coin ever, like ICO. It was like $1 billion ICO in 2017, which is like insanity. Good luck, Betty. Good luck. I hope it works out. I'm sure I have some small amount of EOS somewhere. It's probably worth nothing. We are being watched. That was really weird. As soon as I pointed that out, now more names have the @ What's going on with that? What was with that? Weird. I don't know. I don't know, man. It is how it is. EOS has changed to AUSDT. It changed what? What do you mean it changed? Oh, wait, what? No. What? I don't understand. It changed? Why is it? No, it didn't change. It's right here. You're scared. What the @ Yeah, what's happening? I think we're under attack. Do you have the @ You do not. Pickle does for some reason. Pickle never has the @ What is happening? What is happening here? David Brum, you're the last one. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's having issues. I think when it has the @ that's your like channel name. When it doesn't, it's like your YouTube name. They're actually different. Like my channel name is @TomCrown, but my name is also Tom Crown. I both. When the lovin' starts, time is right. That's right. H-bar. Someone said Near. I know H-bar got nuked. Did Near get nuked? Probably did. I mean, of course it did. Which mental state? Ooh, Near all-time low against Bitcoin. Not all-time low in price, though. That's good. Near recovered pretty well. Gotta walk the dog. See you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Oh, H-bar got nukety-nuked. Damn. Hell didn't break all-time low against Bitcoin, though. I guess that's good. That did not play. Neither did that. Wow, they both got nuked. Where did this trade down to? 8 cents. Wow. Back up to 18. Up 133%. Holy smokers. Some of these charts are just silly looking. Like, that's silly looking, man. These wicks are going to be on there forever. They're going to look so weird. Something interesting that we noted the last time. I think we noted this during the last live. Something interesting is total crypto market cap. If you look at total, it actually did something really kind of cool on that sell-off. Let's go. This is BTC USD. Yeah. Dude, this price action is so fractally that I get like confused sometimes. I'm like not sure if I'm zoomed in enough or too much. There you go. This fit better when we looked at it the other day. There we go. Total crypto market cap sold off, obviously, with the rest of the market. But look at this. Look at this touch. Like, look at that. That's fire. It's crazy how you can have these wild moves that just feel like uncontrolled, right? They feel like just unbridled fury, power, and they just like stick to the chart. Chart just like, yep, right here. That's where we were going. There's another one that I pointed out on Twitter yesterday. Gold versus total, right back to the trend line as well. Spicy chart. I just closed the wrong. No, I didn't. But right to the trend line, wicked back up. Order in all things, even when things seem the most chaotic. Whatever. Well, wouldn't you look at that? What's with the glasses? Hiding the itchy rat? Oh, no. I don't know. Yeah, just a thing. I've not worn them before. It's honestly convenient. Just sub today. What up? What up, Kyle? It's just convenient, man. You got bright lights on, staring at a screen, blue light. There's a lot of advantages to them. Honestly, just like a little gimmick. But we've had streams without them. When I don't wear them, people get annoyed. That's why. It's added the ad after 2 seconds. What do you mean, Norga? As long as YouTube keeps it together. Richard Hart. That reminds me. Where are we at? If you are a pulse, if you're a 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐾, look away. I got delisted. If you're a 𝐂𝐴𝐵𝐾, look away. This is not for you. Wow, Hex got delisted from just got delisted from an index last year. Oh my, Pulse. Wow, it is on no exchanges. Wait, that wasn't Pulse. Oh my, and then the only thing, it's like only trading on their pairs. My lord. What is that? Wait, what? September. So this got pulled from a DEX? I don't even understand. This got pulled from, or this is Pulse AI. That's not the same thing. Got pulled from the DEX. Pulse X. On Pulse chain, on their own chain. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I'm not even going to get into what's wrong with that. Oh my lord. Where do you even get like Hex or Pulse now? Like, where would you even get it to like do it on chain? I guess you have to like wrap it. I don't know. I don't even know. God, Lord help us. Divided by ETHUSD. I don't know. I didn't know what to say. I was gonna move along. I'll have to look into that another time. Of course I will. I know we have some fans here of it. Not that many, and I'm sure less every day. But yeah, so from the very beginning, that's what I said. He bought more. Oh my God. I mean, you know what though? You know what? People believe in what they believe in. You know, belief isn't about logic or how we see logic. Getting a lot of ads today. It's weird. YouTube loves that. They do love their ads. YouTube Premium is like the best money I've ever spent on a streaming service. Let me see. See if I can turn that. See if I can turn them off for the stream. Tom is a welder by trade. That's true. 9 out of 10 and welders agree. What's everyone wearing? What's up, Nab Man? Why not season? I'm losing energy. Maybe I should wrap it up. Richard will scam you and you'll like it. You know what, man? People, it's 2025. Apparently, you know, some people like getting grifted. Maybe it's a kink. I don't know. We don't kink shame. Dominance. I thought you were going to stay up. Snap back down. Yeah. Hopefully the Chirpow people get back to us. As soon as the music stopped, I lost my energy. Like the music ended and I was like, okay. Gotta get those tunes back on, keep me going. Man, I have a feeling they're not gonna write me back. Sui, you know what? I don't think I pulled up Sui the entire stream, and it's in the title, so I gotta do it. Gotta pull it up. Wow. Basically, at least on Binance, well, basically went to all-time low against Bitcoin. Interesting, though. It snapped right back to these daily closes. Sus. Sussy. Well, our longs got nuked. You know, all these longs got nuked. What's really interesting, let's look at this. Back here in September, August of 24, we're looking for an untested, an unrevisited 60-cent support. Check this out. That actually would have filled and not gotten stopped fire. And I say that, but let's be fair. It also, these all would have gotten stopped. Riggedy wrecked. I'm going to leave that like that, but I'll leave these two. If you get rid of that wick, everything's fine. I bet that wick is not the same if we look at other exchanges. Let's see. Binance really just, I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out over the next few months or years what really went down. What really went down? 95. What's weird is I didn't think that's not on the day, is it? There it is. Honestly, this doesn't look bad. That wick obviously looks bad, but the way I would look at Sui probably is like this. Like you clearly respected this low outside of this weird cascading thing, right? Clearly respected this low. You can see the daily like closed up, even bounced off of it after testing it yesterday. The way I would look at Sui is if it trades below 246, I'm probably not in. I probably want to get out. Until then, or you know, if that doesn't happen, probably looks all right. Probably looks good. Probably going to look to come back up, retest this high trend. Like 340, 350. You may find sellers there. Yeah, you may reject from there. Come back down. Maybe a breakthrough. Maybe come back to the trend. Like, as long as you're above this 246, which you are, you're at 287, this looks okay. I really would start being sketched out because your order book is gone. There is nothing. There's nothing down here. This is a void. All the way down to this wick is just no support. All that support's been deleted. It's a good thing that you've held on here, that you're moving up. I would look to see what happens because I think that it's probable it moves back to this like 350 mark to retest the high trend again. That's what I'd be looking for. That wick, these wicks, man, they've really kind of turned some of these charts upside down. But you have to like look at them all the same way. This wick is a capitulation of sellers. So there's less or very little, I'd say, if any, kind of selling pressure on these coins. All of them that have these wicks. They're going to float up, or they should float up. If they don't, and they start coming back down into these wicks, they're probably going to see further dumping because there's just not going to be anything there. Order books are cleared. All the coins probably should have kind of that bias while we look at them. Bitcoin's just sideways. Just doing nothing. Pickle? I don't know. If we heard from Pickle in the last bit. I should go to the gym today. I haven't been to the gym in a while. I started doing that running, and then I was running, so I didn't feel like I had to go to the gym as much. And then now I haven't been doing I went to Lost Lands. I did a bajillion steps. Wow. Look at AVAX. We had an awesome call on AVAX. 30% gain against Bitcoin. Literally 2 resistance, man. TA always works. Like it's always in play. 2 resistance, and then this sell-off comes. Did not break. It's all double bottomed. AVAX against Bitcoin. That's ugly. Some broke. Some broke their all-time low though. Double bottomed. 817 sats. Wicked right back up. Same thing's in play, honestly. That's what I would say. Same thing. It's like you're green, good, hold it. Like you really don't. I would say for this, maybe under 1600 sats, it loses its goodies. Let's see the dollar pair. Woo. This is why you always have limit orders, limit buy orders set on things that you want. If you had them at 933, 1195, you would have gotten cheap coins. You've broken 2372. Stopped us out, of course. Lots of longs got stopped out there. Coming back up. Probably looking at 2825. You see the 20 and 50 day moving averages right up there, right at the inefficiency start. Probably going to see that move. If you can break through, you're probably back on course. If it rejects, you're looking right back at 2372. Yeah. Crazy. I feel like this move wrecked alts so bad that people are going to like capitulate on them as a concept in the shorter term, and they're going to move to Bitcoin, and then that's going to be like the exact timing when dominance is done. Like, and then alt season like actually comes. The one thing that I remember that didn't really complete in this cycle was the back and forth between alts and Bitcoin. In the previous cycles, there has like been points where, in my memory, where both, it was like you have to be in Bitcoin. If you're not in Bitcoin, you are retarded. What are you doing? Why do you have alts? Should just be in Bitcoin. And every time that kind of happened, alts began. It began like the alts time, and everyone was in Bitcoin, so everybody's like rushing over. And by the time it was like clear that you had to be in alts because you're missing all the gains, it went back to Bitcoin. And we didn't really see that. It's just been Bitcoin this whole time, yet nobody really kind of gave up on alts. They still just kept holding out, probably because you guys follow these big accounts that know nothing except for, I don't know, how to maybe buy bots, buy subscribers, and make content that appeals to emotions and such. But that just yell about, I don't know, crap they're paid to yell about. Whatever fits their bag. But getting the alts, saying it's alt season every week, and maybe that kept people in, I don't know. But I have a feeling if we see people like have capitulated here on alts and kind of we start hearing Bitcoin, like you're insane if you're in alts. If you start hearing that rhetoric, it's probably the time actually that we should load up, because it hasn't been the time. It's weird. We haven't had that yet. I would have really liked to see 115.3 have been the close. We didn't get that. Oh man. Oh man. I'm tired. I'm tired, boys. As soon as that music turned off, I got real tired. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? I don't know. We're 2 hours in. What's up, me, the investor? Welcome, brother. So I don't know about tomorrow. I haven't gotten an email back. I'm just looking now. I haven't gotten an email back from the Economic Forum, whatever, about streaming it tomorrow where 𝐿𝐴 speaking. I sent them that email at 11 a.m., so it's only been 3 hours. That's not that long. Maybe they'll get back to me tonight. That'd be cool. Maybe not. If they do, and we can stream tomorrow, we'll stream 𝐿𝐴's speech at 12:20. If they don't, and I can't find a public link to it, we probably won't. Unless something crazy is going on. Unless Bitcoin's pumping or dumping, then we will. But yeah, this has been good. Hopefully you guys have found a little chill, a little peace in the moment. Things are going to be okay. Things are going to be fine. I don't think this cycle's over. This doesn't scare me. If anything, this makes me more bullish. We haven't had shakeouts. We need shakeouts. Let's see. Make sure you're in our Discord, discord.gg/TomCrown. It's free. Jump in there. If you're looking for an exchange, BYDFI is our exchange partner. Check them out. They're actually changing, I think based on that sell-off, their offers change. I don't know about the deposit bonus. It'll say something if you click the link, but sign up with that. Help support the stream. No KYC. I trade there. I trust them as far as I can trust exchanges. We're going to be covering Bitcoin. We'll be live Wednesday at the latest. Hopefully it'll be live tomorrow for 𝐿𝐴. Great stream. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for being here, guys. Don't panic. Exactly. Don't panic. Just relax. Just relax. Things are going to be okay, I promise. We've gone through this. We'll be here. You never see me without my glasses. It's not impossible. It's not a common thing. It's not possible. But I appreciate you guys being here. Tune in Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow. Keep notifications on. You will be pushed into the stream for tomorrow after this. Let's hope we get 𝐿𝐴 out, right?